and you're good to go.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this cozy Tuesday evening for this Michael's virtual classroom. My name is Bianca from yarnspirations.com, and I'm here with your host today, Carolyn from the Purple Poncho. Carolyn will be demonstrating how to create a granny square coaster using Red Heart Super Saver yarn, a perfect introduction to the classic granny square technique. I will be in the chat helping you answer any questions you may have, but just a heads up that this class is being recorded. So if at any point we're going too fast or you'd like to rewatch any part, a video of this class will be posted to michaels.com/classes within 24 hours. With that all being said, I will pass it over to Carolyn to get started.
Hi everyone, welcome to the class. This is called the Single Square Coasters class. It's a beginner granny square. I have a little sample here, and it's made in Red Heart Super Saver. And I'm going to be using the color medium purple for today's demonstration. And the pattern is calling for a size H crochet hook. And you can get all the supplies at michaels.com. So to begin, you guys should have maybe gotten your pattern. If not, I have a copy here and you can follow along, or you can crochet now, try to crochet now as we go along, or you can just watch and then revisit this pattern. It'll be up on the Michaels YouTube channel in 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so here is a copy of the pattern. You can find the pattern at yarnspirations.com and just search up single square coasters. So it's using 3 colors and the size H crochet hook. The stitches we're going to use are the chain, a double crochet, and a slip stitch. And the final size is roughly 5 by 5 inches by 5 inches. And the coaster is worked from the center out. So we start in the middle and we work our way out in rounds that are joined. Okay, that's note number 1. And then they're just saying to make 2 in each color. They were suggesting 3 colors so that you will have a set of 6. All right, so to begin, to make a slip knot, there's several ways to make a slip knot. The way I like to make it is just wrap your yarn around your fingers, and then you can either take your other hand, your other fingers, and pinch that yarn and pull it through, and then that makes your slip knot, and you can put it on your hook. Okay, and I have kind of a long tail here. Now there's another way you can make it. I'll do it again. Wrap it around, make a little X there, insert your hook, and then just grab the yarn and pull the yarn through and make the knot. And then just pull your working yarn so that your slip knot lands underneath your crochet hook. Okay, so the instructions say to chain 4. So when we make a chain, wrap the yarn towards you around your hook. Okay, so just bring it around and then slide it through the loop on your hook. And that makes one little V or chain stitch. So it's a chain. Yarn over again and pull through. And there's 2. Yarn over, pull through. There's 3 chains and yarn over, pull through again. So we have 4 chains and we have a loop on our hook. The loop on your hook does not count as a chain. And it says to bring, well, it says to form a ring. So to form a ring, bring your slip knot towards your hook and insert your hook in that first chain right underneath your slip knot, and then yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. And that makes the ring or a circle. So you see my fingers sticking out through the center. Okay, that's where all of our stitches are going to be placed, in that center of the ring. So how are you guys doing? Do you want me to show you this all again or keep going? Yes? Okay. Okay. I'll do it again. No problem. Okay. And again, you can always go back to the Michael's YouTube channel and watch this and pause it and really focus in. Okay, so we're going to make a slip knot. I'm going to put my hook down. Okay, so I'll just use my fingers. So wrap the yarn around your fingers. Okay, then put your fingers in the loop and grab your working yarn and pull it through that center loop, and then pull it until it makes a knot, and you can pull it tight. Okay, and I have a big giant loop, so I'm going to put my hook through there, and then take your working yarn and pull the knot until it lands underneath your crochet hook. And it should have some, it'll still move. Okay, but just make sure it's nice and snug under there. Okay, and then yarn over towards you. We don't want to yarn over or yarn towards the back. We want to yarn over towards the front. Okay, so yarn over and then pull through the loop on your hook. So there's one chain. It makes the V. Yarn over again and pull through the loop on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. So we have 4 V stitches or chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to make the ring. So just bring it together. So bring the tail or the slip knot and put that first first chain that we made, onto your hook. And then bring your working yarn over towards you and pull through the chain and the loop on your hook. So now we have 1 loop on our hook and we're ready to start our crocheting. Okay. All right, you got it. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3. So 1, yarn over, pull through, there's 2, yarn over, pull through. Okay, so we have 3 chains. Now that is going to count as our first double crochet, 3 chains. So we're now to make a double crochet, yarn over, and the yarn over is always the same. So from the back around towards you, okay, yarn over. And then with my fingers here, I'm feeling for the center of that ring. Okay, and I'm going to insert my hook into the middle of that ring. I'm going to yarn over and pull it through to the front. And I have 3 loops on my hook. 1, 2, 3. We're going to yarn over and go through the first 2 loops. And now I have 2 left on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. And that is 1 double crochet. So now for my stitch count, I have 2 double crochet because the first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So there's 2. And we're going to make another double crochet. So yarn over, insert into the center, yarn over, pull up, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now I have 3 double crochets, and the pattern says to chain 3 again. There's 1, 2, 3. And we're going to repeat the same thing again. So we're going to make 3 doubles all inside the same exact space or ring. Insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1. Make another one. Everything is work inside the middle of the ring. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Make another one. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Chain 3 again. And we're going to repeat the same exact steps again. So we're going to be repeating this 4 times around. So if you could so to make our next double crochet, yarn over, insert into the middle of the ring, and yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Make another double. Yarn over, pull through 2. Make another one. Yarn over, insert in the middle of the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do this one more time. Chain 3, 2, 3, and 3 doubles. Here's our first double. And now our second double crochet. And as I'm working my stitches, I'm kind of rotating them around the ring so that I have room to put all the stitches that we have to fit inside that ring. Okay, here's my last double. Now to end on this round, we're going to chain 3 again, 2 and 3. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of our beginning chain 3. So here's our chain 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go to the top of that chain 3. Okay. And just put your hook through the top of that chain 3. And then yarn over and pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook. And that ends the first round. So we have 4 sets of 3 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 3 double crochet in each set, and we have chain 3 in between each set. So how are you guys doing? Everyone good? All right. So for the next round, it says to slip stitch into the first 2 stitches. So when we're looking at our stitches, we're going to be going into the right, the V to the right of the stitch. Okay, I'm kind of pulling it apart so you can see, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to pull them apart. So we just slip stitched here to our first stitch. So you see how that kind of separate that there. There's a little hole there. So that's where we're going to put our hook, and there's a V on top. Yarn over, and then just slip stitch or pull through the loop on your hook. And then right here to the right of our stitch, and there's a V on top. Insert your hook there, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. So we've made a slip stitch right here and a slip stitch right here, which represents these 2 stitches. And then we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space. So just insert into the space, not going into any stitch, just the space. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook. So now we're ready to begin our crocheting again. We're going to build up our first stitch. The first double crochet is actually going to be 3 chains. So there's 1, 2, 3. So now we're getting taller, right? So that's our first stitch, our first double crochet. And now we're going to put 2 more double crochet in this space. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Make another double, yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So here's our 3 double crochets in the corner. So this is going to be our corner. And we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and place 3. See, I'm pulling this over, moving my stitches over inside this area here. So I have room to put 3 more doubles right there on it, on that side here. So we're going to put 3 doubles in here to complete the corner. So 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1, insert, pull up, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And one more time, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. So here's our corner. Consists of 3 doubles, chain 3, and 3 more doubles. And we're going to repeat that on each corner here. Same exact thing. So we're not going to chain or do anything else. We're just going to complete our last double here, yarn over, and just go right over into the space. Okay, insert your hook there. And then yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And it's kind of pulling a little bit. You can see it's kind of going to the left, or excuse me, to the right, pulling to the right. But that's okay. As we build more stitches in this area, it'll kind of even out. Okay, so there's our first double crochet, and we're going to make 2 more. Okay. There's 1. And 2. And now we're going to chain 3. Okay. And then place, I always pull this down a little bit. I'm holding the area where I'm going to be crocheting into, and I just kind of use my fingers and pull these stitches down. And then we're going to put 3 more doubles in the same exact space. Okay. There's 1. Here's 2. And 3. Okay. I'm going to, oop, almost dropped my hook. And we're going to repeat it again. So yarn over. We're going to be coming over to this corner here in my left hand. So yarn over, insert into this corner space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. You can see how it's leaning. And yarn over, we're going to make 2 more doubles in the same space. Here's 1. And here's the second one. Well, now it's 3, right? So we have 3 doubles, chain 3, and make 3 more doubles. I'm pulling it down a little bit with my fingers to make room. We're going to put 3 more doubles in the same space. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we have 1 more corner. Repeat it again. 3 double crochet in the corner space. There's 3, chain 3, and 3 more doubles in the same space. My third one. Okay, so now to end the round, we're just going to slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain 3, which is right here on my left hand. So there's 1 V, there's the second one, and here's the third one. So just insert your hook in the top of that stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then keep going and pull that same loop through the one on your hook. And that's the end of round 2.
Carolyn, so we have some questions in the chat here, just specifically around finishing off your round and where to join in particular. So do you mind just showing us that again?
Oh, sure. Okay, so when we're going to join, we're going to look for the top of the chain 3. So here's our chain 3 right here. That's the first 3 chains that we did when we started the round. Okay, we slip stitched over and then we chain 3 to get it up high so that we can start doing all this stitching. Okay, so there's 1 V right here. And then there's another V right here. That's our second chain. And then there's our third chain right here. They look like V's. Okay, is that better? Can you see it better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're just going to insert your hook right there on in the top of that chain stitch. So put my hook back in. So you count 1, 2, 3, and you just insert right there at the top, going through 2 loops. It's hard to tell on this. There's 2 loops right there at the top. Okay, and then just yarn over and pull it back through, and then keep pulling it through the one that's on your hook, and that makes a slip stitch right there. You want me to show you again? I can show you again. So there's 3 chains, and you find the top of the chain, insert, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. And we're going to do it again at the end of each round. So as we continue on, you could see it again. And basically, this these are all the stitches that you need to know to make this granny square. So to make the next round, there's only 4 rounds to this pretty little coaster. So to make the next round, we need to get over to this corner. So we're going to be slip stitching over to that corner. So again, to find your stitch, we already went into this first one, right? Right up here, it's on our hook right here. We're going to go into this next V, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then keep going and slip stitch through the, pull it through the loop on your hook. It makes a slip stitch. Insert into the next stitch. There's a V on top, and yarn over, pull through, and then keep going and pull through the loop on your hook. So there's 2 slip stitches. Now we're going to slip stitch into the corner or the chain 3 space. So insert your hook there, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. So really that's just getting us over to where we need to be to start crocheting again. And it continues with the same little V stitches going across. So you can't, you can't really tell that we're just moving along there. Okay. So now to start round 3, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now to make it easier when we come back around, I'll put a stitch marker here. That might help. So we have a V here and our second V and then third V. So I'm going to place a stitch marker through that third chain. So when we come back around and finish our round, we'll know that's where we need to put our slip stitch to end the round. So maybe that might help. Okay, so I just put a stitch marker in that third chain. Okay, and this also counts as our first double crochet. And we're going to repeat again this same exact corner that we did below. Each corner is exactly the same. So we have our 3 chains, and we're going to put 2 double crochet in the same space. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet, yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have our 3 doubles. And my yarn's in a knot here. Hang on a sec. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do chain 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to hold the corner here, and I'm going to slide my stitches over to the right a little bit to make more room for these next 3 doubles. So we're going to put 3 double crochet in the same chain 3 space. There's 1. 2. And 3. So that's our first corner. Okay. Next, we're going to yarn over. And if we're looking at the side of our work, we have 3 doubles and a little space here, and then we have 3 doubles here. We're going to work in the center of those 3 double crochet stitches. So right in here, where my finger's popping out, we're going to put 3 double crochet right in that space. Okay, So yarn over, insert into that space, yarn over, and pull it back up, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 double, and we're going to put 2 more in the same space. So yarn over, insert in that area, that space, yarn over, pull up, 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, yarn over, insert in that same space, yarn over and pull up, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we have 3 doubles in the space, and now we're going to make another corner in this other corner. So, okay, so here's our corner space. So yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So again, we're just going to repeat the same exact sequence. So we're going to put 3 doubles in the corner. So we have 1, there's 2, three. So we're going to chain 3, hang on, I have a little knot here. How's everyone doing? Are you guys crocheting along, or are you watching? Doing great? Oh, good. Awesome. Great. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, hold on, my knot, it's almost out. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so sorry about that. We left off with we're in our corner. We made our 3 chains, and now I'm going to move my work over a little bit so I have room to put 3 more doubles in that same exact space. So yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to put 2 more. And another one. Okay, so there's our corner. Corners are always the same. All right. So now we're on our next edge, and we're going to be working in the middle area here, middle space. So there's 3 doubles on this side, there's a space, and then there's 3 doubles on the other side on the left. So we're going to go yarn over, insert in the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, and complete the double crochet, and make 2 more doubles in the same space. Insert, pull up, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So there's 3 doubles. Okay, hold on, my yarn is stuck again. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we're at the next corner. You guys know how to make a corner? 3 doubles, chain 3, 3 doubles. So we're at this side. Okay, so we're just going to yarn over and come over to the corner. Pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So once you have the double crochet and the chain stitch, you can make just about anything. These are the basic stitches for crochet. And you can make these coasters in any colors that you like. You can make a blanket out of it. You can make so many different things. You could make a whole bunch of these and then stitch them all together to make a blanket. There's lots of things you can do. Okay, so we have 3 doubles, chain 3, 3 doubles. So now rotate our work to work down this next side. Yarn over, and we're going to work into the center between these 2 sets into that center space and put 3 doubles inside there. There's 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and come over to the next corner. Make your first double. And make 2 more. Okay, so there's 3, chain 3. And then I'm going to pull my stitches down a little bit, make room, put 3 more doubles in the same exact chain 3 space. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're almost back to our stitch marker. We have 1 more space in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and put 3 doubles in that center space. Insert in the middle. Here's 2 and 3. Okay, so we've already marked our space, or excuse me, our stitch that we're going to be making a slip stitch to. So there's 1, 2, and then our 3rd stitch. So just, I don't know if I should take it out first or leave it in. Just leave it in. Okay, so insert your hook and yarn over and pull it back through. And then pull it through the loop on your hook as well. Okay. So let me do that again. Does the slip stitch, or excuse me, does the stitch marker help you guys? Can you see it better? Where to put your stitch? So 1, 2, and then the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to take that out. And just put your hook right in there. And then pull it back through. Oops. Okay, you insert, yarn over, and pull it through. It's getting stuck there. Okay. And pull it through the loop on your hook. So that is 3 rounds. First 3 rounds. Okay. So it just keeps repeating over and over and over. It's the same exact thing. We're going to slip stitch over 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then slip stitch into your corner. Okay. So if you want to change colors, I think that would be fun to do. You guys want to change colors? We have one more round to do, so let me just end off this purple. And I have some Super Saver Ombre. This is the spearmint color. So let me add in a new color for you guys. Okay. Now, we would be changing colors on this slip stitch. Okay. So we just completed our last double crochet here. Okay. So insert your hook, and we're going to yarn over with our new color. So just take the new color and wrap it over your, just put it over your hook. Okay, like that. And pull that through your stitch, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. And then just get your working yarn, meaning you don't want to be crocheting with your little green tail, okay, the tail. So get your yarn that's attached to your skein. And now we're gonna, okay. So now we're gonna slip stitch over. So maybe that wasn't a good idea to do that at that point, because we're gonna have some slip stitches in a different color, right? See that? So that's gonna show through, and that's probably not gonna look good. All right, so let's not change colors right there. Okay, so let's go back to the purple. All right, so to change colors, we're gonna slip stitch. We're gonna do that over here in the corner. So right now we're gonna go back with the purple, and we're gonna do our slip stitch in the purple like we originally did. Sorry about that, I hope that's not confusing. And we're gonna slip stitch 2 stitches over. There's 1, 2, and now on the last one, we're gonna switch over to the green. Okay, so we slip stitch twice, and now going into our space, bring our new color, just lay it over your hook and pull it through the chain 3 space, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. Okay. And now I'm gonna drop that tail, and I'm gonna be using my working yarn that's attached to my skein. So that looks better. Okay, so we slip stitched over in the purple, and now we're gonna chain 3. There's 1, 2, 3. That's our first double, and I'm gonna put the stitch marker back in the top of that chain. Okay, it's in that 3rd chain. And now we have some height here. That's our first double. And we're going to put another double. Another double. Okay, there's our 3 doubles. Chain 3. And 3 doubles. All in that corner chain 3 space. There's 2 and 3. Okay. So coming across, we've got 3 and a space, 3 stitches and another space, and then 3 stitches. So this time we're going to put 3 doubles in our first space and then 3 doubles in our second space, and then we're going to complete the corner. So every round we're going to be increasing by 1 space on each side of our square. Okay, so that's how it's going to keep growing and growing. Okay, so 3 doubles in the next space. Okay, there's 3. And then yarn over and go over to your next space and put 3 doubles inside that space. There's 1, 2, and 3. And now we're at the corner. And we're going to repeat the corner, 3 doubles. There's 2. And 3. Chain 3. And I'm going to slide it down a little bit. And 3 more doubles in that chain 3 space. And there's our second corner. Isn't that pretty? So you can make this as big as you like. If you want to just keep going, you can make a blanket. You just keep going. And every row you would be increasing, like I mentioned, by 1 of these spaces. Okay. And you would just put 3 doubles in each space across until you get to the next corner. So here's another space right here. And every time you make another round, you're going to have 1 additional space on the sides. So just keep putting 3 doubles in each space until you get to your corner. And then when you get to your corner, you do 3 doubles, chain 3, and 3 doubles. And then work down the next side. It's really fun. Oh, stitch marker's making noise. Okay. Okay, so here's 3 doubles, chain 3. So you're making 3 doubles in every space, and you're only doing a chain 3 in the corners. Okay. Okay, so here's my first double. I'm working in the corner still. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so only the corners have the chain 3s. Coming around, working in the next space, 3 doubles.
Carolyn, we're wondering why it's important to yarn over forwards or towards you versus backwards.
That's a good question. why to yarn towards you? You know, let me try it this way. So if you yarn, I think this is yarn under. It just twists this yarn differently. Can you see that? This is,
Oh, so
looks
it
like
doesn't
it's
do like
going,
a
it
full
looks like
round.
it's going the other way. So let me try
Mhm.
this way. Okay. Yeah, so yarn's in front here. The second yarn, right, this leg right here. Not this one, not that one. I'm looking at this one. Okay, so let me do it the other way now. So if you yarn towards the back, insert, pull up, it's twisted over this way. It looks different to me. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Let me see again. Yeah, it's leaning this way. You see that? It's going diagonally that way. And this one's going diagonally this way. So yarn over goes this way and yarn under goes this way. That's a really good question. If you're used to yarning under, the main thing that I suggest is just be consistent throughout your project so that all the stitching will look the same. And there's really no wrong way, I don't think. This is just how I was taught. So if you were taught to yarn under, then just keep doing it the way that you know. Okay, so I'm at the corner. There's 3, chain 3, 3 more in the same corner. And I want to show you here how to weave in the end real quick at the end here. We're almost to the back to the beginning here at the end of our coaster. So we're going to put 3 doubles in the next space. And 3 in the next. And now we're going to join where our stitch marker is at. Again, it's at the top of our chain 3 at the beginning of our row. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. And we're going to just slip stitch 1, 2, 3, top of the chain. So yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. And I'm going to tighten that down a little bit. And I'm going to end off the work. So to weave in the end, you can just yarn over one more time and just pull it all the way through your work and tighten it down. And then put your tail on a yarn needle. And I'm going to go to the back and then just weave it through the center of your stitches. Okay. And then go over to the next stitch and bring it through the center of the stitches and go back up the next stitch. And then go over to your next stitch and bring that down through the center. Okay, and that way it's not going to show through your stitches. Okay, it's in the middle of your stitches. Another way that you can weave in your ends. Now that I have it all woven in, oh, let me try on a different one. Okay, so I have another sample here. Okay, so that's one way to weave it in. Another way is called the invisible join or professional join. And this way, you're not going to see, I'll show you in a second, it'll look uniform all the way around. Okay. Hold on, let me just back up a second. Okay, so let's say we're finishing up our last stitch here, okay? So that's our last double, and we're gonna be joining. So I'm just gonna take that loop that's on my hook and just pull it all the way through, okay? And then I'm going to put this on my yarn needle, the same tail. Okay. Now, looking at the top of our work here, you see the little row of V's going across. And we want to make another V right here, okay, to make it all the same, all the way around your entire square. So what you do, you go under the top two loops of your last stitch, okay? So go under those two loops and pull that through and bring your work close together, okay? Like where you want it to be. And then from the top of your work, you're going to go down the center of your chain. So insert your hook and make sure you get that little loop there underneath it and pull that through. And it makes another V right there. This is the one that we just made. It's kind of like a pretend V stitch. It's really not a stitch. Okay. I really like this finish on my projects because now it's all the same going all the way around your entire granny square. And then you would do the same like I just showed you. You weave it down and then weave it up and then weave it down, weave it up. And you can even make a knot there too if you like. Okay, so that looks different. Let me find it. Than this one. It kind of looks a little bit messy. Okay, it doesn't look, right here you can tell where we joined. It's not quite as professional looking. Okay. So I hope you like that trick there. So that is the granny square, you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the class. Were any of you guys crocheting along? Do you have any videos that you can show us? Okay. All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here.
Jill's got a pink one and Kathy's got, looks like black.
Really? I can't see that. Where do you see it?
Oh, you have to push the arrow to the side, like you have to scroll to the
Oh,
side.
I see now. I see. Okay. Ooh, Danette, that's beautiful.
Patrice's got a nice purple. Is that like a magenta? Or is it purple? That's pretty.
Oh, you guys did fantastic. I'm so happy. Priscilla, I love it. Oh, Amanda, that's really nice. You did color work. Beautiful. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm sorry, I'm new at this. This Zoom thing. Ooh, very pretty. Okay, I'm still scrolling through, you guys. Oh, Kathleen, that's nice. Very good. Great job, you guys. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad you guys were here and were crocheting with us today. And I hope you will visit the Michael's YouTube channel and re-watch the videos so that if you missed anything or you're uncertain later on, you can come back and check it out. Hit the pause button or just really get a good feel for this, because once you get your foundation down, you'll just be making tons and tons of these squares. I just know it. You'll love it. So thanks again for crocheting with us, and please hashtag make it with Michaels and hashtag your inspirations and hashtag the purple poncho, and that would be great so we can see your work. And hope you will join us again for another class. I have a couple more coming up in February, so I hope to see you again. And thanks for spending some time with me today and crocheting with me. Thank you, everyone. Bye.